Good morning, my friends. How are we all? I seem to have stumbled across some leisure time, going to paddle along the river and have some nice little chats with Bucky about life. As you can see, I've got the leisurely attire on. We've got the super warm yak wool pants for extra comfort, and we've got the nice hat. We're living the green life. Ah, another lovely day. This is really quite wonderful. I could do with a bit more of this leisure time, floating down the river in the sunlight. Life doesn't get much better than this. So, what I am wanting to share with you today is some of my thoughts on self-confidence. So, what is real self-confidence? Because people can appear confident, but in my thinking that doesn't necessarily mean they are truly self-confident. So to me, self-confidence is when you are confident in yourself, but not only when you're doing something that you're good at, but to be confident in yourself when you're not good at something, and confident in your inability to have real wholesome self-confidence. Let me try and explain. So say, for example, I was really good at surfing. I'm not that good at surfing, but if I was really good at surfing and then I appeared really confident because I was like, yo, look at me, I'm so good at surfing. However, I wasn't very good at singing. And then I was put in a position where I had to sing in front of loads of people, and suddenly I'm not very confident. So for me, real wholesome self-confidence is the ability to go into a situation where you're not that good at something and be happy. Basically being happy with who you are and how good you are at different things. That's, to me, what wholesome self-confidence is, because then that gives you the freedom to do anything you want to do. For example, singing is an interesting one because a lot of people aren't confident at singing. But singing and dancing are two of the most wonderful things. And if you don't have wholesome self-confidence, then you might never get to experience the joys of singing and dancing. So, yes, how do you build wholesome self-confidence? Here's some of my ideas on how one can build self-confidence. First of all, it can just be a fun, creative adventure with yourself and with life. And you can just experiment and have fun and do creative things and see what happens. So how I have developed the level of self-confidence that I have, I feel like I'm relatively self-confident in the fact that I'm up for just trying new things and experiencing different things and putting myself out there in front of people's critical eyes. So I'm relatively and still feeling good in myself. However, I have a long way to go in my self-confidence journey, but I'm enjoying it. It's fun. So I want to share with you how you can also grow in self-confidence. So here are some things that I have done to help me. What I've done is I've taken an activity or a passion or a hobby or whatever it is, and I've taken it away from the external criticism of other people, the external critical eye. So with dancing, I would dance in my room, and first of all I was super uncomfortable and just embarrassed by doing it, even though nobody can see it. Just imagining somebody seeing me dancing is just horrific. So embarrassing. But then over time I became more comfortable just in myself. I can do this, I can just dance, and then I started to enjoy it more, and then I'd listen to awesome music and dance, and it'd just be really fun. And over time that self-confidence just develops. And then what I've done is I've internalized my affirmation, because often people are most people are seeking affirmation from people. people want praise. If they do something, like, hey, look at me, I'm good at this. People want people to be like, yeah, that's really good. And then if somebody doesn't think it's good, they're like, oh. So if you're reliant upon other people for affirmation, it can be quite difficult to build real, true self-confidence. So what I've done is I have worked on internalizing the affirmation. So I do something, I enjoy doing something, I'm like, hey, I can do this is fun, I'm enjoying this, and then I feel good about it, and I'm like, yeah, I can do this is really fun. And then it's like a positive feedback loop. Like, it's a positive feedback loop because I am doing something, realizing I can do it, realizing I enjoy it, being happy with my ability and my level of skill, and therefore enjoying it more because I'm less self-critical. And yeah, it's just like a positive feedback loop of self-affirmation, which is really fun thing to experiment with. So yeah, having developed that self-affirmation and positive feeling about myself and my ability to try new things and whatever, if it's dancing or whatever, I now feel like, cool, I've developed that self-confidence, I can now take it out, put it out there, go and dance in public places. So yeah, when I go out, I often don't drink, and I just love dancing, so I'll go out dancing. Soon I'll bring back the Bucky's Adventures Sober Rave sessions, which was something I did a while ago. Basically, going out dancing sober. It's good fun. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, once I've developed that inner affirmation, positive feedback loop, self-confidence thing, it's then easier to go out and put yourself out there, and then people will still criticize you because people always criticize you, but it's like, doesn't really matter anymore. It kind of just like slides past me. It doesn't like go in and be like, oh no, that's so sad, I can't do this, I'm not going to do this anymore. It's just like, alright, they're self-critical and it doesn't affect me too much. I mean, of course it still affects me if everybody was constantly criticizing me and being negative, but fortunately some people are sometimes positive as well, and I have enough self-confidence that I can just do my thing, like right now, doing my thing right here, right now, putting the videos out there. So yeah, I would highly recommend experimenting with growing self-confidence, because it just opens up life to all these new possibilities of fun and adventure. So yeah, do it. So yeah, what I would recommend is find something. If you have a passion already, go with that. Or just something new. If it's like dancing or singing or drawing or art or whatever, like anything, any activity, like experiment with it. See if you can build that, take it away from other people's criticism and build that inner self-confidence, positive feedback loop of self-affirmation. Or even try something completely new that you've never been confident about, and yeah, experiment with that so that you can open up all these new avenues of your life, of things that you can enjoy and be creative with. Like, once you experiment with this, like, the world becomes your oyster. Like, you realize you can do anything. You can just grow self-confidence. Like, anybody can grow self-confidence, I think. I mean, if you try this and it doesn't work and you're like, what is Bucky on about? This is impossible, I can't grow self-confidence. Send me a message, and at some point I'm gonna do some like life coach training, and then I will be able to be like, hey, I'll do some one-on-one self-confidence creating work. Find your own pace with things. Find the way that you like to enjoy things, and realize that, like, that's great. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to compare yourself to other people. You don't have to be like one of the best at the thing you do to enjoy it. You can just really enjoy doing anything. You can enjoy doing anything at whatever skill level if you build that true self-confidence in yourself. It's good. So yeah, that was a quite brief little chat on my thoughts on self-confidence. I will probably make a more professional, concise, planned out version of the how to build self-confidence video. But for now, that is all. It appears that the outgoing tide on the River Dart is quite strong. Having drifted down the river for an hour, I've now discovered that it is pretty hard to paddle against the outgoing tide, and the wind has picked up, as you can probably hear. So, looks like we're hiking cross country on the way back. This is all part of the adventure, my friends. When things don't quite go the way you want them to, and then you have to adapt, remain positive, and enjoy the next phase of the adventure. What do you mean? Look how squelchy this mud is. Oh, this is insane. This is so much fun. I can make it. I made it across the vast expanse of mud. Now onwards we go. Across all these here fields, round this corner here, and onwards to Totnes. Oh balls, it's probably going to take me a very long time to get home. I made it back to the town of Totnes. So lucky though, perfect timing. Got back literally just as the parking dude was about to give me a parking ticket. He let me off when I told him the tales of my extraordinary adventure across the plains of mud and the many fields of green. That is kind of insane though, like after such a huge epic long adventure, if I'd literally been like 1 more minute, I would have had the fine. But yeah, I will see you guys soon for some more adventures. Have a good one.